Welcome to Dumb Jocks. Mike and Mike are back. How you doing, Mike?
Good. How are you?
I'm all right. So far, nothing's happened in this episode, and that's just like the Yankees trade deadline went. They did nothing for.
You just really did just go right at him. All right.
I did what you told me.
No, I'm down. Just keep going, dude. I'm loving it. All right.
I mean, I shouldn't say they did nothing. They got Kenyon Middleton and Spencer Howard, two relievers they could have had for free, but no lefty bats. I don't know if either Middleton or Howard will fix the offense. They will have challenges given the fact they are both pitchers. No lefty bats, though. No left fielder. You haven't had a starting left fielder in 5 years. Cardinals are in last place now. That's a fun update.
Yeah, well, they sold off. They gave up.
Yeah.
They quit.
I mean, no lefty bats.
It's something
crazy
I've said. Sports, you just quit.
It's just, you know what? I respect it. They were like, you know what? This isn't working. You know, and we'll get to another team that did that in a few minutes.
No, I'm all down about it. I just think I do like that. What is it? Didn't they move it to make it like later? Wasn't it? It used to be earlier in July.
Yeah. Well, it used to be July 31st, and then August 31st, you're the waiver deadline.
But there's
no more waivers. To me, I don't think moving it a day does anything. I think it'd make more sense to make it like August 10th or something. But I don't know. I don't make decisions.
I digress.
I don't digress. I hate that word. But no lefty bats. You're the New York Yankees. Babe Ruth is Babe Ruth because he was a lefty with a short right field in Yankee Stadium. Your entire history is built on left-handed bats. Go through your top 10. Go through your top 10 hitters all time. Yankees history, every stat. You're going to have 7 or 8 lefties in every category. Derek Jeter will be there in some of them, DiMaggio and others. But other than that, Ruth, Gehrig, Mantle was a switch hitter. Munson, Teixeira was a switch hitter. Mattingly. Your only lefty bat's Rizzo right now. He just went on the injured list today. That's all you have? Like, you don't have a starting left fielder. On a day-to-day basis for 3 years, you have not known your starting left fielder, and for 2 of the last 3 years, you didn't know who your starting shortstop was every day. And at this point, you're doing more harm to Anthony Volpe than good because you're destroying his confidence. And this, I got a kick out of this, Mike. You might as well. They sent their top scout to San Diego this weekend to scout Juan Soto.
Okay, he's a left fielder.
He's an outfielder. He bats left-handed. What do you need to scout? Which part of his game were you unclear on? Please, tell me. This guy could literally be the best hitter in the league. You could tell me he's the best hitter in the league, and I would not argue that. What were you scouting him for? Did you want to make the trade or not?
Apparently not. You
were scouting him? What? That's literally like Patrick Mahomes was a free agent and he has to hold a private workout with a team.
No, I get
what are you not understanding? What are you not seeing here?
Deep breath.
And I did we actually did an episode like this in May after a disappointing April. In that video, I gave Brian Cashman, Yankees GM, if you don't know, 90% of the blame. I want to give him more blame for it now. I'm giving him 95% of blame.
All right, do what's your other 5?
2.5 on Aaron Boone and 2.5 to the players.
All right, I'll take it.
And I want to say, Yankee fans, I'm not an Aaron Boone fan. I'm not. I thought it was a stupid hire when they did it 5 years ago. He's not the problem. I missed the days Aaron Boone was my biggest issue with this team. But this guy didn't put a team together. This guy's bullpen decisions are made for him because he's got 5 relievers, and he's got to use 2 of them every day. His decisions are made for him. He doesn't have a left fielder. He doesn't have any lefty bats to split him up. Jake Bauers. You know what team Jake Bauers was on last year? He wasn't on a team.
Oh.
He wasn't in big. He wasn't even on a minor league team. He wasn't even on a minor league team last year. He was out of baseball. He's getting every day at bats with this team.
Oh, dude, good for that guy, Joe. I'm happy he's getting
Good for him. He's got a nice swing. I think he can be something. Relying on him to be your number 2 or number 5 hitter every day, you cannot do that.
Damn, you bet for that high?
Yeah. Because the Yankees are trying to recreate Gio Urshela. But as I said in May, Gio Urshela was a revelation. He was brought up to cover an injury when Brandon Drury got hurt and Miguel Andujar got hurt. Excuse me. And it just turns out he was great defensively and he figured out how to hit. But you haven't had a long-term third baseman in – when's the last time A-Rod was good? 10 years? 2013?
Okay, 10 years.
Yeah. And you got $23 million invested in Donaldson. That gets me going. I know people want to blame Hal Steinbrenner. Yankee fans, if any of you are watching this, stop. Just stop.
Why?
He gave Brian Cashman $280 million and said, put together the best team you can. We have $25 million going to Josh Donaldson this year, who has probably statistically been one of the 5 worst hitters in the league. $25 million.
A lot of Dolores.
You know what they could have had for $25 million, Mike? Matt Chapman. You know who'd be a much better third baseman than Josh Donaldson? Matt Chapman.
Oh, crazy.
You know who they could have had for a significant trade, for a similar trade, I should say, than what they got Josh Donaldson in last year? Matt Chapman.
Really blew that one.
Yeah. And Cashman, he gets up, he does his press conference, and this guy makes a bigger ass of himself every day. I think he's challenging himself. How dumb can I look? Says, obviously, we're trying to win. Which part is obvious here? I think Hal wants to win. I think Boone wants to win. I know the players want to win. I don't think you know how to put a team together that can win anymore. Because you weren't the GM when they won in the 90s, and the only title you won in 2009, you bought that team. Everybody be honest now. They bought that team. You didn't really build anything.
I don't know what that means.
None of those were their guys. Those weren't prospects came up through the system. That offseason.
They changed GMs or whatever? Is that what you're saying?
No.
I don't know.
He just paid the best. He just brought in the best free agents.
Oh.
He brought in Mark Teixeira and Nick Swisher and A.J. Burnett and CC Sabathia. He just bought the title, and that's fine. But don't be like, I know how to build a team. I did in 2009. You didn't build that team.
Okay, I get where you're coming at from it. Okay.
You got $23 million in Donaldson. You got $15 million in LeMahieu. I love DJ LeMahieu. This guy's not been the same since he got that contract. I don't know if it's still he's battling the back injuries he had throughout last year. I don't know what's going on with him. You've got you couldn't afford a left fielder. You haven't had a left fielder in 3 years, Brian. And if you had $27 million to give to Carlos Rodon, $27 million a year, I think Carlos Rodon is going to be a great signing. But if you had that money, what was more of a need? A left fielder or a second ace? What was more of a need? Let's ask Mike.
Probably a left fielder.
Yeah. How'd you know I was going there?
Because we've been complaining about left fields.
Because it's so emblematic of the Yankees that they let this issue they've had for years. They haven't had a left fielder since Brett Gardner. Brett Gardner didn't even play in the pandemic year. 2019 was his last year. You haven't had a left fielder since before that. And when you question it, it's because you don't get the program. It's because you're the idiot.
Oh, dude, they feel like they spend a lot of money, dude. They should have a top 10 person in each position.
I don't need a top 10 player at each position because you know what? Aaron Judge making $40 million.
No,
Cole's making $36 million.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
For $280 million, you need to be competent at every position, though.
Top 30.
You need to be competent. This team is Mike, trivia question.
Oh,
How many teams are there in Major League Baseball?
30.
You know where the Yankees rank in batting average? 29th.
I'm going to assume I was right.
29th out of 30 teams? With this payroll? What are you doing?
Being the Yankees I love.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
That's fine. I was just being honest.
This offense is bad. Without Aaron Judge, this is not hyperbole. This was statistically the worst Yankees offense in history without Aaron Judge. They averaged 2.3 runs a game.
Damn. 2.3. How long was that for? Like a month?
42 games after he got hurt in June, and then I want to say like 15 or 20 when he got hurt in April.
Lord. That's hilarious to me.
And Brian made an even bigger ass of himself today. I don't know when the quote was given, but I saw it today. He was asked about his refusal to make big moves, which I don't think is actually there. He signed Rodon, he signed Cole. But they haven't made the sexy move, the big Yankee move in the last few years. And he said, well, we were going to sign Bryce Harper, but we didn't like how predictable the move was. That is the actual reason that the actual general manager of the Yankees gave. We didn't like the move was predictable. Are there words? Jen, do you have words to describe this?
No, I got nothing. Because, I don't know why you wouldn't, why wouldn't you want to sign Bryce? Of course it's predictable, but, that's the shit you want.
Sometimes it's predictable because it's the right thing to do.
There you go.
You needed a left-handed bat. You needed an outfielder at that time. You know how differently that season might have ended if their 2-3-4 was Judge, Harper, Stanton?
Yeah.
You know how much different that season would have been?
Yeah, I would have had to deal with it. Yeah, I would have been unhappy.
You know what happens if you bring in Bryce Harper? Maybe you don't get your asses handed to you by Houston every year. Maybe you hang with Boston and look like you belong on the field with them in 2021.
That's fair.
You got embarrassed in the playoffs the last 5 years. Anyway, that's not getting embarrassed in the playoffs, whole different issue. You need to spend better. Hal doesn't need to spend more. You need to spend better. Because you know what the Braves payroll is?
180, 150.
195, pretty close.
Oh, dude, I was that close.
That's $95 million less than the Yankees. You know who's a far better team than the Yankees?
The Braves.
You know what the Astros payroll is?
They might be in the 200s.
$220 million. $60 million less than the Yankees. You know who's a far better team than the Yankees?
The Astros.
You know what the Rays payroll is? $92 million.
They're under 100.
Less than a third of your payroll. And you don't even look like you belong in the same league as them. Orioles are all on young contracts. They might be under $50 million.
Holy shit!
I don't actually know.
No, that's dude. I was gonna say that's fair, dude. That's crazy because they are young. That what is that? I keep hearing a year ahead of schedule when I'm hearing other people talk about them. Very often, a year ahead of schedule, and that's pretty good though.
Total payroll of $72 million, a quarter of yours.
It's crazy,
and they're far better than you. A quarter of yours.
Yeah, dude. Just think of how many guys they're gonna pay on that team to come to your team. Who's
just
there?
Gonna be the Baltimore Yankees in a few years.
Yeah, who's their left fielder?
I don't know.
You can get Adley Rushman behind the plate.
What do you mean? Jose Trevino, he's the savior of the franchise.
Ah, okay.
That's not a shot at Jose Trevino either. I think you're a great defender, but you're not the savior of the team. I'm very sorry.
Oh, you lie. Oh.
It's okay. I'm not either.
I don't know what that is. Jose Trevino.
Who was a platinum glove winner in the AL last year?
Since when is platinum a glove a thing?
It's the best fielder in the league. Only one player gets it.
Oh, dude, I've never heard that term before in my life, dude. I can't wait to figure out who has platinum gloves later.
Well, I only know 3 of them. I know Trevino, Rizzo, and Manny Machado.
Oh, those are all pretty good.
What was I about to say? It made me lose my train of thought.
We were talking about Jose Trevino. Well, all right, I brought up the Orioles. So
Yeah.
you were going on payroll stuff. Rays were a third of the payroll. We figured out they need to spend better. Smarter.
Spend better. That was definitely like a building block to the thought I had. I don't remember what the final thought was.
Well, that's why I'm trying my best here. I'm like, this is what I got. I was
Trying to
sitting here
remember like the
listening.
sequence of
I was
thoughts
doing
I put
it, so
together.
like I backtracked until something hit.
I'm trying to build like the sequence of thoughts back up. I don't remember.
Well, like I feel like we're okay with the Aaron Judge contract.
The Aaron Judge contract's fine. He's the captain of the team. He's the face of the franchise. I don't have a problem with that.
All right, so who do you have a problem with?
Josh Donaldson.
Yeah, okay, we went over that. How much did Josh Donaldson make? 25?
$25 million.
Nice. So I put that together from the rants.
What?
When you were going on. I didn't know that before
Wow.
you started talking.
DJ LeMahieu at $15 million. He's not going anywhere. You can't get rid of him.
Yeah, dude, I was surprised. He makes over 10.
Why?
Oh no, dude, I don't like it. That guy. I feel
He
like
re-signed with
sucks.
the Yankees. He was never signing for under 10.
He just, I don't know. Dude, I just felt like he's not good. I never hear anything good about DJ LeMahieu.
He's got 2 batting titles.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
I think he was
know.
either the first or second guy to win in the American League and National League.
Oh, good for him, dude.
Then
Stay on the Yankees.
promptly fell off a cliff.
Yeah, stay on the Yankees.
Yeah, I don't know if DJ's battling back stuff, but if he can't figure it out,
He plays
it's going to
first,
be
right?
he played it everywhere.
Okay. It's broad.
He played. No, he played. All
No, I'm
4
not
infield-
saying you're wrong. I'm just telling you that's broad. That was just
all
my
4
answer.
infield positions he can play.
So where's he play for you?
He just whoever has a day off, he plays there.
Oh,
He's just utility. He's just utility.
Oh, he's that off a cliff.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize. So you're see,
he's still an
you're
everyday
paying
player.
$15 million. You're gonna call him the everyday player?
He is an everyday player. Whoever gets a day off, he plays in their position.
So so you're telling me, all right, dude, we're going to the playoffs. He's just gonna where's he playing? Just whoever, they're just gonna give one of the random motherfuckers a day off. Right field day. All right, Aaron Judge ain't playing today.
He doesn't play outfield.
Oh, that's no fun. I don't know any of your infielders.
I know all of them.
I at least know most of mine. I said it without confidence.
I do want to talk about this. This happened the other day. Aaron Boone. I want to defend you, man. I really do. Mike, I don't know if you know this story. Domingo Germán, though, who, by the way, best wishes to him. He checked into rehab today. Hope he gets better. Yeah.
I don't know where you're going with what you're asking me now.
Well, I was going to on earlier this week. I don't remember if it was Sunday or Monday.
Okay.
Yankees were in Baltimore. Domingo Germán had been scheduled to start for 2 or 3 days leading up to it.
Fair.
On the day of the game, Domingo Germán's got an armpit injury, which I've never heard of. They call up Johnny Brito to start, who coincidentally just happened to be in Baltimore across the country from where he was. Wasn't planned at all.
Okay.
Call him up from AAA, start him that day. Gives up 4 home runs in 4 innings.
I recall this. Yeah, I remember that day. Okay.
They bring in Domingo Germán, who was hurt.
Yeah.
Who was hurt.
Oh, yeah, dude. He came on, was lights out.
He came up, pitched 5 innings. Everybody that's ever watched baseball, ever followed baseball, knows you were showcasing Johnny Brito for a possible trade package.
Was he the other pitcher?
Yeah.
All right.
Don't get on camera and say...
Did it work? Did they get a good package
No,
with the guy?
they didn't trade him. He gave a 4 home runs.
Hi, dumbasses.
I mean, easy to say that in hindsight. The thought was good.
No, thought was there.
But don't get on camera and say, we didn't know up until game time if he was going to start, if he could pitch, because he had only thrown, 40 minutes before the game started. What are you talking about? He warmed up for 10 minutes in the bullpen, went out and pitched 5 innings. Don't insult me. I know what's going on here. You were showcasing him for a trade, and you didn't get one because you didn't have a good game. Just say it.
I don't know why they just didn't switch it. Why didn't Herman could have started, got through 5, then this kid came in, closed out 3, boom, trade package.
You know what's going to shock you? I said that exact thing on Sunday night.
Really doing good for me then, dude. I'm on the right track.
I like this guy. This guy's been a nice pitcher for you. He's been a good swingman. He can be a reliever or a starter for you. He's pitched all right, But you're calling him up before what was a rubber match with the Orioles in one of your most important games because you know what?
You suck.
Well, that too. That's a team you're chasing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, you're just okay.
Like this team legitimately, they got Houston series.
You consider this chasing, dude? I feel like we're getting smoked by these motherfuckers.
They think they're chasing.
9 and 10 games out, dude. We ain't chasing shit.
The Yankees still think they're competitive.
Okay.
So unless this team goes on a 35-21 run rest of the season, I don't know if that math checks out. But you know what I mean. What are you going to do? Get in the playoffs because your ass is handed to you again? As a Yankee fan, and I never thought I would ever say this, as a Yankee fan, I want them to miss the playoffs.
I believe that's going to happen.
But you know the scariest part of that, Mike?
They might not.
They might not change anything.
Oh.
Brian Cashman's apparently got this
don't
job.
worry, dude. My team ain't going to change shit either, dude. I just have to accept it.
Boston's a different story. Boston's
no,
a team
definitely completely different. But
Boston's a team playing with house money that wasn't supposed to compete anyway. Yankees are supposed to be competing for the World Series. They're in last place.
Yeah, they are in last.
This is like the difference between the Rams last year and like the Jaguars. Jaguars were 500. They were like, this is great. Rams were 500 and the sky was falling. And then the Rams lost like 12 in a row.
And then they sucked.
And then
the sky fell.
And then Matt Stafford broke in half and Aaron Donald. There's going to be a movie on the Rams one day. That was a weird
Dude, story. What's still crazy is every team in the AL East would be winning the AL Central still. That's just mind-blowing to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but, I mean, you know what? Right now, the Yankees in a 3-game series with either Cleveland or Minnesota.
Probably lose.
I think they get swept.
Yeah, I'm just, kind of wild record-wise.
This team, I saw this stat earlier, Mike. They started last season 40-15. All-time historic start. You know their record since then? Last year and this year combined?
All-time, terrible. I don't know.
101 and 100.
Oh, for actually 50.
You really think you're competing for a World Series?
I guess, yeah, when you put it that way, yeah, just a 500 team.
That's an enormous sample size to be mediocre.
Yeah, that is a big sample. That is 201 games.
201 games?
So I think we just keep saying they're 50-50, dude. I like it.
I've never seen a team so streaky in my life.
Oh, okay.
Where they'll have one good week and then either 4, 5, 6, or 7 bad weeks. I've never seen anything like it.
Nay, is that part of 2.5% Boone and 2.5% players?
No, that's the blame I did earlier.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's why the blame's there.
I have to blame the players because some of them aren't. DJ's not playing up to his standards. Rizzo's not playing up to his standards, although I think there's injury behind that we're not hearing about. Stanton's not been Stanton for most of the year. So I do have to give some blame to
Shit,
that.
I forgot you had Anthony Rizzo. My God. Fuck your team, dude. How do you suck?
Do you think I know?
No, well, I think you figured out one way to try to fix it. You figured out two, actually, I guess.
Stop paying $25 million to the worst third baseman in the league.
Well, yeah, just change
solid
that
strategy.
to Matt Chapman.
Yeah.
And then the other
Let's
one
just
is
see if
you
Toronto
should have
wants
just
Donaldson
thrown, you
back.
should have just done the nice, easy move and thrown a bag at Bryce Harper and been happy.
No, I mean, even just this year. Didn't have to be Juan Soto. You going to tell me you couldn't have put a package together for Cody Bellinger?
No, you tell me you had to scout Guan. So
You had to scout Juan Soto? What the fuck are you doing? Put on an hour of his game film and watch him. You don't need to scout this guy. There are some players in every sport you don't need to scout. Mike Trout, you don't need to scout. Juan Soto, you do not need to scout.
No, I gotta go scout Shohei Ohtani.
This offseason, you don't need to scout Shohei Ohtani. Give him a blank check and say, what do you want? Give him a blank check and say you're getting a private jet.
Private jet sounds
Like, and obviously we're trying to win. Which part of this is obvious, Brian? Tell me, because clearly I'm stupid. I don't see the picture you see. I see a 500 team that's spending money in the wrong places and can't get hot. Which part are you seeing that I'm not? What am I not seeing that you are? Explain it to me.
No, we gotta write him a strongly worded letter.
I don't think I can I don't think I can say that on camera.
Yeah.
You know what's weird, Mike?
Baseball.
That too. People were saying last year Garrett Cole couldn't win the big game for the Yankees. The Yankees right now are just wasting Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole's might win the Cy Young this year.
Oh yeah. Oh, and they suck. That's wild. You're right.
Garrett Cole pitched 7 shutout innings against the Orioles this weekend,
and they lost.
And they lost the game. Garrett Cole could have gone 11 shutout innings, and the Yankees would have lost the game.
That's impressive.
You struck out 18 times. How many outs are there in a game, Mike?
Shit, 27.
18 out of 27 outs you struck out. What are you doing? Aaron Boone's quote was, outside of the strikeouts, we had some good at-bats.
All right, dude. So, outside 2/3 of my at-bats, we did all right.
For
that first time through the lineup, we killed it. We didn't really get a hit or anything, but we killed it. After that, though, yeah, we struck out every at-bat.
That's the equivalent. That's the equivalent of a football coach being like, outside of our 17 3-and-outs in a row, I thought we looked real good on offense.
Outside those 3-and-outs, looked real good.
Outside of our 5 3-and-outs in the first half, I thought we looked great.
I'm just picture running into the locker room when the reporter comes up to one of the coaches. What do you think about da-da-da-da-da-da? Well, outside those 3-and-outs we had tonight, we've been doing real good out there on offense.
Mike, outside of his 5 interceptions, Nathan Peterman had a pretty solid NFL debut all those years ago.
He did, dude. Outside those 5 throws, pretty fucking ballsy out there, dude.
He was real
throwing
gunslinger.
darts.
Real gunslinger. I don't know.
I don't know either, but that was a good one, dude.
This team has made me dread watching them. And no Yankees team's ever made me do that.
Yes, they do. Good. Watch some good baseball.
Yeah, also, maybe this is me being kept. This is one stats can't give you. There's a vibe you get watching every team. I watched the Orioles. That team could be down 10-0, and I don't think the game is over.
Oh, yeah, no, they always feel in it. It's great.
The Yankees played the Orioles this weekend. On Monday night, the Orioles put a runner on third base, and the game felt like it was over. They didn't even score. They put a runner on third base.
And you were already sitting there going,
and the game was
shit. Over. That's impressive.
They put a runner on third with 2 outs, and you knew they were going to lose the game.
They had 2 outs with a 2, and you already felt that way?
Yeah.
Was that the run that lost in the game?
No, it was a different game.
Did they end up winning that game?
Oh, yeah, the Orioles did.
Yeah. So did that one guy did he score?
I don't think he did, actually.
Did that guy get home?
But it just felt like the team was not going to recover.
After
almost giving up a run.
All right, dude, I'm on board with your guy with the message now. I just think it's funny.
Genuinely, this weekend, this is the first time I've ever said this. I would have rather been a Mets fan.
Why is that?
Because you know what? Yeah, the Mets traded away their 2 best pitchers and their visions for 2025. But you know what? This team made a mistake, and then they said they made a mistake. They didn't double down and triple down on it repeatedly for years.
Why okay. They're not doing good. But I felt like they were bad.
And you know what? The Mets with Verlander and Scherzer were still more likely to make the playoffs than the Yankees.
Yeah, okay. I thought so.
But you know what? This team said, no, we made a mistake. We need to correct this.
They had to start. All right. That explains Verlander a little bit more when you put it into that aspect of terms.
Yeah. You know, the move the Yankees won't make. We made a mistake here. Let's correct it.
What should they have done?
We've made a mistake with Josh Donaldson.
Okay.
Well, let's DFA him. Let's trade him for a nothing prospect to get his salary off the books.
That's fair.
Like nothing? Are you not watching the same thing I am?
Probably not.
Did you put this team in MLB The Show? I hear they're really good in that. I don't know. I don't play as the Yankees because it makes me angry.
I don't use Yankee players.
Really?
For the most part, yeah. The only one we really use is 99 overall Aaron Judge.
That's fair.
I'll be honest. Stay away from him. You guys look like goddamn prisoners. It's ridiculous.
And, you know, Cashburn's been the GM, and I know the big defense. Been GM for 30 years. They've missed the playoffs 4 times. You have nothing to protect you this time. 2008 was the last year of the old Yankee Stadium. Nobody cared. 2013 was Mariano Rivera's last year. Nobody cared. The team sucked. 2014 was Derek Jeter's last year. Nobody cared. The team sucked. You don't have a farewell tour this time to protect you. You don't have a feel-good story.
That's crazy, dude. Why did they do this guy's an asshole.
What?
I feel like those should have been like some of the years you were doing your best baseball.
I don't disagree. But
that's why I say this guy's just an asshole.
I think he's just an idiot. I can't speak to his character. I've never met him. I just know. I just know.
Stupid, always stupid.
I just know he's made a lot of bad baseball moves in the last 5-6 years.
Baseball.
That's all I got. You got anything else?
No, dude. Go Red Sox, I guess.
Yeah, it's weird. The rest of the season, I can just kind of watch as an objective baseball fan and not really have any feelings in the way. Like, I actually don't care if the Red Sox win.
That'd be wild. I don't want that. Like, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad. I can tell you that.
Like, I'm rooting
I don't really want it. I wouldn't be mad.
I'm just rooting for an exciting end to the season.
Nah, dude. I think I just want Shohei to make it, dude. Shohei and Trout to have a chance.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm rooting for too.
Really?
That's
wild.
I'm an Angels fan for the next 6 weeks.
All right, dude. Go Red Sox. Go Angels. Fuck the Yankees.
Go Reds. Go Reds. That's a nice story.